Peace and love. 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 Y'all come on up in here and talk to Selmy Little baby. I gotta tell you something real. Y'all, what y'all doing on this beautiful Sunday? Y'all, get on up in here. Talk to y'all about us real. Me and my little colorful bunny. Yeah, period. Peace and love, family. Y'all come on up in the room and talk to me. I got something that I want to share. I'm going to be talking all over the place, though, for real, for real. I ain't even going to really wait till everybody get up in the room because who got time for that? Because some of y'all might be outside. Some of y'all might be at church. Some of y'all might be out playing with your children, enjoying this beautiful Sunday, as you should. You know? But I'm in the house, and I've been downloading, having a lot of stuff just popping up in my head today. And so I'm streaming on two phones. I'm on Facebook and I'm on TikTok. And y'all don't judge me because I'm looking all over the place. I'm colorful. I know, and that's for a reason. Okay? We need to get some color back in this world. That's why I decided to come on here the way I came on here today. Y'all probably like, damn, she all over the place. She got glasses, she got a crown, she got a bunny, she got all this stuff on. But guess what? You might need to take notes because some of y'all is living a little too bland. You're living a little too beige, a little too white. You need some color in your life. You feel me? We need to get back to a colorful world. Okay. So don't come on here judging me, which I already know is gonna be one idiot that always jump in the chat that come with the bull crap. But guess what? It's all right because I don't give a damn. I'm gonna boo your ass out of here, block it, and keep on moving because that's just what I do. And so today I'm titling my video A Healthy Dose of Fuck It. Okay, listen. So if anybody get in this chat with some bull crap and I start biting your head off, don't say shit to me because you've been warned. The title to this video is A Healthy Dose of Fuck It. We need a healthy dose of fuck it in our system. How many of y'all know what that feel like? How many of y'all need that right now? You feel me? A lot of y'all probably like, look, I've been on all kind of medicine. I need this. I need money. I need. No, right now, what we need is a healthy dose of fuck it. Okay? Listen, we've been giving a damn too much. We've been giving a damn in the wrong places. We've been giving the wrong people too much energy. And we need a healthy dose of fuck it. Happy Sunday. Okay, welcome to church. If you miss church, you ain't missed nothing, baby. Here go church right here. Selmy Lim is here to preach your Sunday service. Okay, listen. I am not your ordinary speaker. I am not your ordinary preacher. I will not look like what y'all used to. And that is the point, honey. I am an alien, a proud alien. Let me not say that too loud for ICE show up in my door. Stay focused. Anyway, listen. Y'all, we need a healthy dose of fuck it. We've been giving too damn much lately. We've been giving the wrong people too much energy. We've been putting our energy in the wrong spaces. We full of anxiety. We full of depression. We full of stress. We full of fear. We so full of all of the wrong shit to the point that it has driven us to a space of fuck it. And so it made me realize today, because I'm going to be all over the place, but it made me realize today why back in the day so many hippies smoked the trees. You feel me? Like, speaking of that, let me show y'all my picture I had painted. Look at that. It says stoned. I don't smoke no more, but at the same time, I used to. Okay? And so this picture right here let me know why the world was so, hippified back in the day, why we needed the trees, why we migrated to the trees, because it helped us say fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It made us not give a damn about stupid shit. How many of y'all can relate to that? Some of y'all still, blow, and if you do, that's your thing. And I ain't knocking it. But at the end of the day, that's why they made it illegal, because let's be real. A lot of us would blow it and be like, fuck it. We wouldn't care nothing about nothing in the world. Hey, Judy. Hey, y'all. Peace and love to the ones that's watching. I'm streaming on two phones, y'all. But anyway, I titled this video A Healthy Dose of Fuck It because Look, somebody trying to mess with my throat chakra. They don't want me to speak this message because I have some shit that I am finna say. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I'm finna be all over the place because it's the truth. How many of y'all tired of looking on your news or looking on your feed and you seeing all this depressed shit, all this, politics, all this fake news, all this crazy stuff that's going on in the world, right? So it dawned on me today that our phones are making us depressed. Our phones are causing anxiety and stress. And it's set up like that. Like technology, like they say, it's a curse and a blessing and a curse at the same time, right? So at one point we didn't have technology. We couldn't go live. Everybody didn't have access to a camera or a microphone. And so now that we do, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing because now a lot of good people are able to get messages out there, knowledge to the world, but then a lot of stupid people are able to get access to messages and a lot of shit out there to the world to kind of throw the world off or whatever. So at one point it was okay for a few people to have a microphone or a camera, and you get the messages from qualified leaders and teachers. But now everybody got access to a camera and a microphone, and now everybody got a podcast. Everybody feel like they're qualified to give advice, and a lot of stupid people are giving advice. So it's like every time you scroll, you don't know whether you're getting advice from a real person or a stupid mother sucker. I'm gonna be honest, right? Listen, I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing today. This Sunday says a healthy dose of fuck it, and I meant that, okay? And if you don't like how I deliver my message, or like the title of my video, or don't even like me, don't like how I operate, oh well, fuck you too, with love, okay? Stay focused. This video is called a healthy dose of fuck it because we need it. And so I noticed the other day, I posted on Facebook, I was like, man, damn. I was like, we need to be careful who we taking advice from, because now we have gotten to the point where we just letting the wrong people give advice to our children. We taking advice from the wrong people. Every time we scroll on our damn social media feed, is either somebody eating a whole bunch of food or somebody flaunting all this fake wealth, fake love. It's just so much fake. And it's making you get out of body. It's making you want to just say fuck, making you just say fuck it. It's making you give up. It's making you feel like you're in the wrong place. Making you feel like you're less than. Making your anxiety levels, go up. Making your insecurity, making you insecure. Making you just feel like you're not enough. And this is why I'm doing this video, because it's not you. It's the fucking devices that's around you. The devices are set up and they are now making you feel less than a human being, and it's taken away from your actual real life. It's taken away from your spirit. It's taken away your whimsy. It's taken away your belief system. It's taken away your faith. It's taken away your hope. It's making you just say fuck the world. And partially that's a good thing, because you need to say fuck the world at this point, because the world is crazy. You get what I'm saying? And so this is why they making weed illegal. You feel me? Because they don't want you to say fuck it. But guess what? You don't really need that herb to say fuck it. You have that same you can activate that fuck it inside of you once you tap into your Christ consciousness. Once you finally just get it, you will realize that none of this shit matters. This shit is like a big ass game. It's like we have been an experiment. They have been experimenting on human beings for a long freaking time. And every time we scroll on our phones, I don't know about you, but I love watching food videos. At one point when I used to get on my phone, I love to watch people making cakes. I used to love watching people, try new foods in different countries and stuff like that. But then now it's like my feed is being filled up with people that's nothing but eating, or people that's overindulging, or people that's full of lust or full of greed, right? And so now I realize that our devices are causing us to activate the 7 deadliest sins, which is greed, lust, sloth, all of that stuff. If you don't know the damn 7 deadly sins, go read it, okay? I grew up in church. I'm not a Christian. I'm a free spirit goddess. And fuck anybody who got a problem with that, okay? Because I don't give a damn. It's my life, and I do what I want to do, okay? And I choose to live it in color. In living color, okay? Somebody need to go watch In Living Color. Listen, they have taken away your color. Doesn't want you to live a colorful life. You think color and colorful always result to the LGBTQ community, and that's not the case. Not to knock anybody who is. I love my LGBTQs, okay? At the end of the fucking day, The rainbow did not reside with the LGBTQ community. The rainbow was for all of us. Okay, we are some colorful people. Color is a part of you and your human body. But we have literally, I don't know about y'all, but how many of y'all been grieving the old world? How many of y'all been grieving? Like, how we put up those nostalgic videos? We want to go back in time. We miss the things that we used to do as kids. We miss how we used to be. We miss the foods that we used to eat, how things used to taste. We've been grieving the old world because we're coming into this new world, right? How many of y'all know what that feel like? And so it's been making me stressed out. Like every time I look at these like old ways, these old things, like on these nostalgic videos, and they be like, y'all remember the foods we used to eat, the cereals, how this used to taste, and nothing tastes the same no more, and all this type of stuff. And that happened for a reason. And so I realized that I've been in grief, not just because you lose an actual person or somebody that you love, but grief is actually like say for example, you get ready to move, right? You've been in this place for 10 to 20 years and you get ready to move to a new place. You can actually grieve your old place. You can grieve an old lifestyle. And right now, the world has been grieving our old lifestyle. How many of y'all know what that feels like? And so I realize now that's the problem. We grieving. And the media has been playing off of our grief, like putting that shit in our face, making us remember what we used to have, but at the same time still robbing us blind right here in our fucking face, and literally taking away the color in our life. You get what I'm saying? Making us hate each other, making us turn against each other, making us want to fight black and white, making us stuck on who was ruled the world first, blacks or white, making us, want to, like, it's like a Hunger Game, making us focus on paper to the point where we are forgetting how to live in color, to just say fuck it and live, to survive. Like back in the day when the people were stripped, we were stripped of everything. When we went through this Great Depression, right? We were stripped of every fucking thing. We didn't have anything but ourselves. And we literally had to just go back and just make light out of what we had. That's just like back in slavery days when they said they threw us pork, right? Well, guess what? We took that damn pig and we made his ass into a fried pork chop. And now guess what? They selling fried pork chop in the soul food restaurants nowadays. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we took the slop and we made gold out of it. And this is where we are again. Instead of us being afraid of where the world is going, this world finna end, where Trump finna take us, what the government doing. Do y'all know we can fire them motherfuckers? Do y'all know we can just say fuck it and fire them people? We the people can say you fired. You can't represent me no more. I don't trust your ass. That's just like a lawyer. You get what I'm saying? You hired that lawyer to represent you, to get you out of that crime or out of that trouble or whatever you got yourself into. And at that point, when you realize that lawyer is no longer representing you properly, you can fire that motherfucker. You know that. And do you know you can fire the government? Do you know you can fire the president? He's not your guy. And I realize that we have put so much power into these clowns' hands. We have gotten to the point where we so scared to say real shit that we got to say allegedly, but they can get on Facebook, they can get on TikTok, they can get on Instagram, and they can say all kind of fucked up shit and make it legal. But then you say some real shit and they can make that illegal. They can suppress your views. They can take you down. They can blacklist you. But then they're not blacklisting sex. They're not blacklisting all this alcohol, all this bad shit. Takes me back to my next subject, how they recalling all of the foods, right? And I watched a video the other day where this lady was like, notice how they're not recalling alcohol. Notice how they're not recalling junk food, but they're recalling all the healthy shit. And they're doing it on purpose because they want to drive you to keep filling your vessels up, keep trashing yourself up, keep being full of gluttony, keep being full of greed. I'm not judging nobody who want to eat, snacks and all that stuff. Okay, it's cool, it's fun. But at some point, you have to clean your vessel out in order to keep your brain focused and clear on clarity, right? It's okay to indulge and have fun, but it is not okay to overindulge. And so the phones have caused us to overindulge. Every time we scroll on our phones, we see everybody just cramming a bunch of food in their mouths. And some of us don't have the resources to eat a bunch of food. Some of us don't have the resources to go and buy a bunch of junk food and bite every donut that they get in the box. I remember back in the day when we went and bought a box of donuts, we ate one donut or two maybe, and the rest was for later. Now we are watching people that are mukbanging, that are so-called trying out foods, and they go and spend money on a box of donuts. Donuts now is 15 to 20 fucking dollars when it used to be $5 a box. It ain't nothing but some sugared bread. But now we are being overcharged for junk. And so at the end of the day, people are mukbanging and they are going to get these donuts and they sit back biting every donut in the box, wasting food when you got people in the world that are actually starving. You get what I'm saying? And so it's literally set up to make you and make your brain twist itself and to keep you in a mental anguish and to basically make you fucking mentally insane. And how many of y'all know what that feel like? I don't know about y'all, but see, I'm a vegetarian, right? And God has put me in a space where my life is like a fast. I literally have to fast, whether I want to or not. I ain't got no chips in there right now. I ain't got no junk in there. I'm drinking water, okay? At the end of the day, I don't even have nothing sweet. The only thing sweet I got is a little bit of honey. And at the end of the day, sometimes I scroll on my phone and I see people eating a whole bunch of cakes and a bunch of donuts and a bunch of this and a bunch of that. And I get a little jelly sometimes. I be like, I wish I had. And all I kept hearing lately was people in hell want ice water, but they can't get it. And so I'm like, damn, my mom and them used to say that back when I was a kid, and I used to hate that. And, you know, we were lucky to get a popsicle. We were lucky to get something sweet back then. You know what I'm saying? Because what if your mom and them didn't have the resources to go and get it? But when they did get it, we gorged ourselves on it because we wanted it so badly that when we got it, that we didn't know how to portion it. You know what I'm saying? And so I realize now, with the space that I'm in, I have no other choice but to be fasty. Like I can't eat all the junk that I see people eat. I can't indulge in the way that everybody is indulging. I can't overspend how everybody's overspending. Like literally my life is in a frugal space right now. And the universe is placing us there purposely. That's why they took all the prices up. That's why everything is so hard to afford right now. Like everything that we used to could afford back in the day, we can't even afford it now. And it's set up like that purposely. And so it's basically forcing us to go back to the basics, go back to the genesis, go back to the beginning, go back to creating, using your hands, using what you have, right? And so if I was able to go and eat a box of donuts right now, I would not be able to sit here and tell y'all this. I wouldn't, first of all, I would be so full of toxins. I would probably be sick. I'll probably be dealing with health issues. I probably wouldn't even be channeling as clear as I am. I won't be looking how I'm looking. Because, I mean, baby, let me toot my own horn. I'm going to be honest with you. We literally are what we eat. So if I sit and I overindulge in a whole bunch of junk, then I become junk filled. My mind becomes junky. My vessel becomes junky. I speak junk when I consume a bunch of junk. But then when I eat life, I speak life, I become life, I look like life, and I grow and I flourish, right? And a lot of people don't want us to understand that, which is why they're recalling so much of your foods. They're recalling so much of your everything on purpose because they want you full of fear. They want you to steer towards the wrong things again, because let's be real, the Christ consciousness has woke the fuck up. Everybody been fighting about the color of Jesus. He black, he white, he Mexican, he Hispanic, he goddamn Colombian, he Italian, he whatever fuck color you want, you is. Because Christ consciousness is not an actual person. It is inside of you. It is your pineal gland. When you wake up your sleeping brain, you are operating in your Christ consciousnness, right? But see, you cannot operate in your Christ consciousness if you are so clouded with gluttony, lust, sloth, all of the 7 deadliest sins. Somebody type the 7 deadliest sins in the chat. Because if somebody in here might not know what the 7 deadliest sins are. And we as a people have been operating in it. Every time I scroll on my phone, That's all I see. It's the 7 deadliest sins. It has gotten so bad, and we are so out of order. We have lost sight of who we are as a people, and we don't know how to get back on track. And so now it's at a point where we got to get in a healthy dose of fuck it. We got to get in a healthy dose of fuck it, y'all. Literally, they have normalized rape, molestation, murder, drugs, alcohol, thieving, stealing, scamming, prostitution, all of this stuff. But then when we get on here and we say something real, oh, they want to suppress your views. Oh, they want to take you down. They want to make you feel like nobody wants to hear that. They want to make you feel like you're wrong. They want to blacklist you. They want to block your channels. This is why. Because they know that if you speak the truth to the people, you're going to fuck around and you're going to wake their ass up. You're going to crack the shell. You're going to bring that veil down, right? This is why they're trying to pollute your waters. This is why they're using the media. It used to be the TV, right? We used to watch a lot of TV, and like they say, he who controls the media controls the world, right? The Tell Our Vision used to tell lies to our vision. But now nobody watched the TV. The phones have become our TVs. Now we carry the TVs around with us in our pockets. Keep them by our beds. Keep them under our pillows. Don't realize that all of the Bluetooth, all of the radiation is literally lowering your vibration, making you feel less, making you feel lag, making you exhausted, making you tired, making you codependent, which also takes me to my next thing. I was watching a video the other day with Young Thug. Okay, I don't know him personally. No offense to him, but at the same time, if he watches this video and he get offended, fuck it. It is what it is. But somebody thought that it was a bright idea to let him go to their children's school and give advice to the kids. And the advice that he gave on this video was to tell the kids that everybody need to be famous. Everybody need to be trying to strive to be famous. The only way you're going to be important is to be famous. And I could see all the children zoomed in like sponges, and they was literally soaking up the bullshit. And this is where the problem is. Now we got fake celebrities out here who are no longer relevant telling our children that they need to go out here and be famous. But not every fucking body is going to be famous. Somebody got to be normal. Somebody has to be the student. Not everybody is qualified to be a fucking teacher. Not everybody's qualified to give advice. Not everybody is fucking qualified. And so now this is where the problem has come. We are literally instilling in our children that they need to be famous. All the kids feel like they got to, because all they doing is when they scroll, they seeing everybody doing TikTok. They seeing everybody getting all these views, and they think that views make you famous. But I know people who got a bunch of views that ain't got $1 in their fucking pocket. I know a lot of people who got a lot of friends and they still ain't got shit. So we need to stop planting these bad seeds in our own heads, in our own children's heads, thinking that everybody is meant to be famous, because not everybody's going to be famous. It's like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Go back to the movie of Charlie in the Chocolate Factory when they had all those golden tickets that went out to the world, right? Everybody got the chance to get the golden tickets, right? Well, not everybody got a chance to get the golden ticket. Everybody was buying up all the chocolate bars, right? They went crazy. It's like it went viral, right? Oh, Charlie in the Chocolate Factory is letting everybody get golden tickets. So now the chocolate bars are viral, right? Everybody breaking their neck to go buy all these chocolate bars. So boom, it was only 7 golden tickets out into the world. So now you got all these people who literally stepping over each other's necks to get these golden tickets. You got these greedy ass parents who got, businesses buying up all these getting these factory workers to open up all these chocolate bars just for they spoiled ass kids to get in this factory, right? And literally destroy this man, disobey his rules, right? And so at the end of the day, only 7 people were qualified to get the golden tickets, and they get in this damn man's factory, and he make them sign a contract. Nobody reads the contract, right? They didn't read the fine print. They were just so happy to get in the damn factory. They didn't read the fine print, right? So then now everybody get in the factory, the 7 people that were chosen, and literally 6 of these children were greedy. They were hard-headed. They were spoiled, ungrateful brats, right? And at the end of the day, you only had 1 child who was humble enough, who listened. Yeah, he might have did one little bad deed, which was stole a little swallow of the pop that he was supposed, the little pop that made him float up in the air. But at the end of the day, he didn't do anything else that was detrimental. You get what I'm saying? Which is why he was able, to win the factory, and it was crazy because Charlie had so much hope. He was poor. He was living in, a house with his grandparents and his mama, and they didn't have anything, but he was hard working, and he still was sweet. He was still hopeful. And at the end of the day, he had given up, hope that he was going to even get a chance to go to the factory. But still and yet the universe made it a way for him to get it in this factory because somebody scammed their way in there. By the grace of God, he was able to get in there. But at the same time, he got in the factory. You get what I'm saying? And he was sweet. He listened. He was wholesome. He followed directions. You get what I'm saying? Unlike the rest of the children. And so we're living in a world where most of our kids are ungrateful. They spoiled as fuck. They are rotten to the core. They don't listen. They don't respect the parents. They don't follow directions. And they won't, and they will take, and they will do anything, even if it means they got to break you down as a parent, no matter how much you have done to get them in this factory. I mean, I've watched even on the Charlie and Chocolate Factory, when the daddy had a factory of his own, right? His daughter was so fucking spoiled. And she was like, Dad, you're not a good dad. You're a bad parent. And he literally got his workers. He didn't shut his factory down just to get them to open millions of boxes of chocolate for this little ungrateful, nappy head ass little girl who didn't appreciate shit. And she was dogging him out. But he wanted nothing but for her to be happy. So he did everything in his power to get this little girl in this damn factory. And her little ass was was one of the second ones to get put out of the factory because she was so ungrateful. I want this. I want the fact. I want to take. She just had an attitude of gluttony. She wasn't satisfied at the fact that she had the privilege to be there. Out of all the kids that wanted to be there, you had the privilege to get in this factory, but you still got your little ass in here and you wanted to take over. And this is where we are. We're dealing with a world of taking over as kids because we raised them like that. Let's be real. It's time for us to take accountability as parents. I raised a spoiled brat myself. I had one biological child. She probably watching my live, and it is what it is. I birthed her. She didn't birth me. At the end of the day, I raised her to the best of my ability with all the tools that I had, and I gave her a life that I never fucking had. Probably wasn't what she wanted, but I gave her the best life that I could have had. I was a way better mother than I was born with. And at the end of the day, she still turned around and handed me her funky little ass. Just like that little spoiled girl did in that damn chocolate factory. And guess what she did? She jumped her ass up on that damn scale and it shot her ass down at the bottom because it was like a scale of good and bad eggs, right? Because he was showing you how the golden eggs were being weighed. If the golden egg was a good egg, then it would go to the chart, go out to the world. If it was a bad egg, it would go back down the chute. And so she jumped her ass up on that dang old scale, and boom, she went down because she was a bad egg. And a lot of us have produced a lot of bad eggs because we wanted to give them the life that we never had before. We grew up in poverty. We grew up struggling. We grew up stressing. So we want our kids to have what we never had. My first car was a Buick Century 1980, and I bought it myself with my first job from Checkers for $350 from the country. And it was rusty and it was classic and it didn't have a fresh paint job. And I had to literally make this car good enough for me to drive. I was just happy to have a car. But now we got kids now who feel like they got to have a car off the lot and they ain't even earned shit. They barely want to wash a dish. They barely want to clean up their own bedrooms. They barely even respect you as a parent. But y'all going out of y'all way, putting yourself in debt, putting cars on your credit for kids that'll never appreciate you. How many of y'all know what that feel like? Okay, let me tell you something. I paid a car off. I was going to give it to my child. I was going to give it to my child because guess what? I felt like she needed a car and I was going to get myself another car. But then she turned around and handed me her ass and Spirit was like, fuck that. She don't deserve that car. And I ended up having a car accident in the car right before I could give it to her. So it wasn't meant for me to give her that car. And had I given her that car, I probably would have regretted it. So at the end of the day, she probably would have took that car and skirt on my ass just like she did anyway. So moral of the story is a lot of us have put ourselves in debt for children that don't give a fuck about you. We have raised a bunch of spoiled, ungrateful ass kids, and it's making you feel like you as a parent ain't worth shit. And let's be real, you need to pat yourself on the back because you did the best that you could with what you had. even if it wasn't but a government assisted apartment on food stamps on Section 8, and you raised them by yourself. I don't give a fuck what you had to do. If you raised them kids better than you were brought up, pat yourself on the back, give yourself a round of applause, whether they give it to you or not. Tell yourself, I did a damn good job. Even if you might have did it with a little mental illness in your brain. You might have had a little narcissism. But at the end of the day, you worked with what you had. You did the best that you could. And it is what it is. Okay? So at the end of the day, it's not about the children. The children are the new world. The children is what's coming up. And see, this is why they used to say back in the day, you spare the rod, you spoil the child. And so at the end of the day, this is why a lot of us had to get our asses whooped. Because if we didn't get our asses spanked, we would be some outrageous ass kids. And so now we living in a world where our children don't know what a spanking is. I'm gonna be honest, some of these kids need their ass popped. Okay? I ain't saying they need to be abused, but they need their asses popped. And this is why a lot of them getting abducted. This is why a lot of them getting raped and molested and missing. Every time you turn around, it's an alert on your phone talking about these children missing. These kids done took off. They walking, they done ran away. They leaving home. They doing all type of shit. But back in the day, we couldn't do that. You ran your ass away and your mama and them found you. You gonna still get your ass whooped or knocked loose because you had no business leaving the house in the first place. But these kids nowadays, they just turning up missing. They just leaving. They you know, they can call the police and report when you spank them or you tell them something they need to hear or you give them good advice. These kids have gotten outrageous to the point where they think they birthed you. So now we are being controlled by our own children. We're being controlled by our own media. We are being just controlled by everything to the point where it's making you feel less than as a human being. And it's literally robbing you of the color in the world. It's making you feel like, damn, what else can I do? You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you need a healthy dose of fuck it. You don't need no liquor. You don't need no weed. You don't need no food. You don't need no person. You don't need no sex. You just need to just find that space within yourself and say, fuck it. Because when everything in the world gets took away from you, let me give you an example. I've been with a lot of narcissistic guys. I've talked to a lot of narcissistic guys in my past, right? And I noticed majority of the ones that I dealt with, I had a few guys that was decent, but for the actual serious relationships that I tried to be in, they were narcissists. And they tried their best to take everything from me that I had acquired on my own. Like, okay, for example, my child's father, when he got me pregnant, trapped me because he tried to be a player and got played. Okay? At the end of the day, he got mad because he got played by the person he tried to play. All right? So he decided to trap me with a pregnancy. He didn't want no child because he loved her. He wanted a child to control me, right? So then I fucked around and got pregnant by his clown ass. Boom. Now I done got pregnant. 3 months, he ended up in jail. I'm 3 months pregnant, big as a house. He ended up locked up behind some charges I didn't even know he had. Okay? He go to jail, leave me on the streets with nothing. Okay, mind you, he a drug dealer at the time. He a street pharmacist. Instead of him leaving me the money that he saved up in them 2-3 accounts that he had put up, no, he left me with the phones to make some money, to sell some dope. I'm pregnant as hell. You want me to sell dope to supply for me and your child? When you got money saved up in some accounts, you could have just gave me so that I could have made sure that she had clothes and food and all of this type of shit, right? No, but his clown ass gave the access to his nappy head ass, greedy ass mammy. Okay? He gave the access to accounts to her with a couple $1,000s in each account. She blew the money at Dollar General every damn day. She was at Dollar General just spending money on the phone to keep him to be able to call from jail, right? But I'm living over here pregnant with your child, staying in an apartment, can't even pay my rent that you done helped me ran up, by the way. Before you went to jail, didn't help me pay no rent. Went to fucking jail. 3 months. Now I got to struggle to try to get to prison to see you. I'm pregnant as hell. I got to ride with your damn mammy who don't even like me. On top of that, I'm struggling trying to pay my bills. And you done gave me some trap phones talking about some make some money. How the fuck I'm gonna make some money and I don't even know how to sell dope? I'm a female. You shouldn't even want to put your child's mother in a position like that. But he did. So boom, moral of the story is I end up getting put out of my crib. You feel me? I had to go back home and live on my mama's couch, deal with her. You feel me? On top of that, I'm living in this infested ass house Now I'm 9 months pregnant. I don't know how I'm finna survive. I don't know where I'm finna put my baby. You feel me? I ain't got no clothes to put on her back. And I'm still struggling, trying to hold on to this ninja in jail who I love so hard, right? Who left me nothing, by the way, to take care of his seed. So boom, I had to move from my mama's house after mind you, when I had my child, I still didn't have shit. By the grace of God, God sent somebody into the hospital room the day I had her to bring me some clothes to put on her back. Thank God that my stepfather, Lord rest his soul, came in with a bassinet right before I had her to be able to have somewhere to lay her head because I didn't have nothing to put her in. So then boom, now I got to move in with a friend of mine just so I won't be living on my mama's couch with a newborn baby. Stay with a friend of mine for 2 weeks. Then, thank God she let me stay there. Had to move from her house, moved to my auntie house, stayed in there in my auntie house for about a good year. She helped me get a car, helped me get a job. Thank you for that. Then I was able to get approved for my first government apartment. So now I get my first government apartment. Now I'm still holding on to this deadbeat narcissistic baby daddy who been in jail for 2 years. He get out of jail. And do y'all know this mother sucker get out of jail and says, half of this apartment mine, half of that car mine, half of the food stamps mine, half. This ninja literally got his narcissistic ass, cheating ass out of jail. Cheated on me before he went to jail. Cheated on me during jail. Got out of jail and was cheating on me with a little Tweety Bird ass girl that was 10 years younger than me. Sade funky ass. Okay? At the end of the day, and wonder why I dumped his ass. I dumped you because how you gonna get you left me with nothing, but then you get out and you try to take half of everything from me because I have a child by you. Make it make sense. So moral of the story is, it's not about him. I'm not trying to give him or them no power. I just had to tell y'all my testimony, a little bit of it, so you can get where I'm going. Moral of the story is he was one of the first narcissistic guys that I had dealt with. So he came trying to take from me. Still wasn't giving nothing. Okay. And I dealt with friends like that, taking from me. I dealt with family members taking from me. I dealt with church folks taking from me. I dealt with everybody taking from me. I'm living on government. They taking from me. Every dollar you make, they take. Okay. And you wonder why people live on government assistance, don't want to get a job, because by the time you get a job, then the government finna take majority of that, so you can't save shit. It's either you don't work, then you get food stamps. You can eat all day, fill yourself up with a bunch of junk, but you better be broke. But then you mess around and go get a job. Now you got to pay all this money, and then you got to go. You feel me? So now it makes sense as to why the world be out here scheme scamming and flim flamming, right? Moral of the story is everybody taking from you. So at the end of the day, when you get so used to people taking, it puts you in a space of fuck it. So this explains why back in the day I stayed stoned. I stayed blowing all the time. Every time you turn around, I would just pump. Because it made me just say fuck it. It made me say forget all of the worries and the stress and the anxiety and all the shit that I was dealing with. It made me forget all of the people that was in my life that didn't mean me no good. It made me just overlook the shit, right? But then I got in another narcissistic relationship. And when I tell y'all, this man was greedier than the last narcissist that I was with. And he was first of all, he was a pure bum. Mr. Crooks, pure bum. Y'all apply the energy where it goes. Those on Facebook may know who I'm talking about. Yes, Amos Crook. Okay, I'm calling these niggas out. It's a healthy dose of fucking. This nigga was a pure bum. Let this nigga move in. Didn't even let him move in. He moved in on his own. Came in, didn't have shit but a raggedy ass car and a raggedy ass phone. Got in my house. I started feeding this bum. Started letting bathe this mother sucker. Let him have a place where he can lay his head. Let him drove my car. Oh yeah, I was foolish like that. I was naive. Don't judge me, judge your man, because I ain't the only one around here who's made these decisions. That's why I'm telling my story as vulnerable as I am, because I made it through. I survived this shit. Okay? At the end of the day, these are experiences I had to go through to be over here to speak the message now. Okay? So don't judge me. Okay? Turn the mirror on yourself. All right? Look at the man and the woman in the mirror, because baby, I'm not the only fool out here. All right? I had to be a fool to learn. All right? At the end of the day, I let this fool come in, move in, turn him into a king, put a crown on his head, draped him up, dressed him up, cleaned him up, polished him up. only for this fool to try to take everything from me. My phone, my car, my house, me, literally was robbing me blind. And you have to understand that some people that are bums that are on the street, they need to be there. They on the street for a reason because there's some lessons that they need to learn. Maybe they made a bunch of poor decisions. Maybe their priorities was fucked up. Maybe they have some karma that they need to pay, some karmic debt they need to pay. But no, a lot of us like to come and save and be super saver hoe and save every fucking body. Not everybody meant to be saved. And so at the end of the day, I had a savior complex at the time, thinking that I'm doing a good deed and brought this raccoon in and allowed this fool into my space that I had worked so hard for to build. And when I built this fool up, this fool tried to tear me the fuck down. And at the end of the day, was trying to rob me blind, with taking my keys, taking my car, taking my house, taking my mental, taking everything from me, until one day I finally was like, you know what? You can have a house. You can have a car. You can have the keys, you can have the money, you can have it all, but you can't have me. And I just went outside by myself, barefoot, and sat on the steps. And I was just sitting there, just gracefully, like, God, you know what? When you detach yourself from material shit, they can't take shit else from you. Once they done took everything from you, what else is there to left? Like they say, once you hit rock bottom, ain't nothing else but to go up, right? And so he had taken so much from me because he wanted to satisfy himself. He wanted to feel like he was in control. He wanted to put me in fear. He wanted me to be afraid of him. He wanted me to be shaken and nervous and anxiety and stress. Every chance he got, he was wrecking my fucking nerves. He was robbing me of sleep. He was robbing me of peace. He was robbing me of just robbing me of energy. He was an energy vampire, right? And I can't blame him. I blame myself because I shouldn't have never allowed that energy into my space. I knew he was not worthy of me, but I allowed him around me. I had to go through that lesson. Again, don't judge me, judge your mammy. Because I'm not the only person in the world who has made stupid, foolish decisions like that. So at the end of the day, get out of denial, boo-booski. Don't come for me, come for you, okay? Don't judge me. Don't sit back and, oh, that was her stupid ass. You stupid too. Because guess what? I'm pretty sure you probably done dealt with it or you're dealing with it now. At the end of the day, I allowed this energy in my space to rob me. And it wasn't just him. I dealt with that from several relationships. You get what I'm saying? You pick up these people, even with people who had something, and they still a take from you. And then you let them go, or they let you go, because you will let these bums into your life. You will build them up, you pump them up. It's like I got a meme in my phone that says a donkey. Once you pump him up so much to the point where he think he a lion. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I pumped up so many donkeys, so many asses, to the point they thought they was lions. They thought my power was their power. They thought my abundance was their abundance. They thought my energy was their energy. They thought my love was their love. And so didn't realize that they was living off of my energy. So when they walked away from me, some of them was able to take my energy until I called that shit back. When I called my power back to me, now they starting to lose again in life, and I'm starting to rebuild myself back up. And so at the end of the day, this is why it's best for certain people to be out of your life. This is why it's best to let them narcissists go. Let those narcissistic relationships go. Because a lot of y'all have built up the asses. Okay? You built these asses up and made them think they was more than what they were. They walked away thinking they shit didn't stink and tried to replace you with somebody better and didn't realize they were living off of your energy source. But then when you call your power back and you start replenishing yourself, renourishing yourself, watering your garden, building your shit back up brick by brick, now they over there suffering and struggling again. Now they back at square one where you picked their ass up at. Now they want to come back and say, the grass wasn't green on the other side. Oh, I missed what I had. Well, can we be friends again? Can I be back in your life? No, you can't be, because what I look like letting you come back and bite me again, snake. A snake gonna always be a snake. And so at the end of the day, let them miss what they had. A lot of y'all want these exes back, But the whole time, them exes was nothing but a whole energy vampire robbing your ass blind, which is why the universe had to snatch them away from you in the first place. Because if the universe didn't make them walk away from you, you'll still be stuck with them. Your ass be damn near dead walking around here because that's what they want. So at the end of the day, I'm glad that the universe allowed me to walk away from a lot of those people that thought I was in love with. I thought meant me some well. I thought that we could actually build something out of. I'm glad the universe allowed those people to cheat on me, lie to me, manipulate me. I'm glad now because I ain't no telling where I'd be right now if I still be with some of them bums that I done dealt with in my life. I wouldn't know myself. I would be living in a colorless world. I'll be depressed, stressed, full of anxiety. Well, let's be real, still fighting a lot of that now because hell, I'm trying to shake all of that shit from what we dealing with on this phone. But at the end of the day, I'm not dealing with that from a man or a family member or a friend or, none of that shit. They want us to be slaved to our phones. They want us to be slaved to jobs. They want us to be slaved in these fake ass relationships. They want us to be slaved to politics. They want us to be slaves to religion. They want us to just be slaved. So a lot of your children, they have become slaves to content creating. They think that if I keep posting every day, all day, I'm going to get paid. But now these people on these content, these people who have created these platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, they got to the point now where they ain't paying you shit because it's oversaturated. You got too many people trying to do it. You got too many people trying to get rich. You got too many people trying to get popular. You got too many people who want views. You got too many people who want to be famous. So now they are literally crumbing you. See, they baited you in. They wanted you to feel like that if you quit your job, you get rid of everything, and you go and sit down and be lazy and content create. I ain't gonna say everybody that is content creators are lazy because that's not the truth. But what I'm saying is they want everybody to be focused on their phone, to be chained to your phone. So now you're a slave to your phone. They want you to be slave to your phone, thinking that you're going to get paid every time you post some shit. And some of y'all getting paid, but you ain't getting paid shit. Back in the day, they probably was paying people thousands of dollars to be on content. But now you got a lot of big time content creators telling you, hey, I still got my job. Don't quit your job because get what, one day they might not want to pay you. They might not send you no check the next month. So don't quit your job being a fool trying to go get famous overnight because not everybody's going to get famous. Not everybody's going to be abundant enough to get that golden ticket. It's only a few that's going to be chosen. And at the end of the day, it might just be one. You get what I'm saying? So don't base your life on somebody else's process. Don't base your life on somebody else's journey. You get what I'm saying? You still have a regular life that you need to live. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. A lot of y'all are losing color in your life because you are so based on social media. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all hit the heart. Show me some love. Where's the love? That's the problem. We ain't giving no love. Everybody just want to sit back and want to receive and take, but ain't nobody giving love. We got to beg for love. Oh, well, am I going to find love? No, you're not going to find love because you don't know how to give it. You don't know how to live anymore. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody has just become takers because we have been taken from. You get what I'm saying? But then when people give to you, you don't know how to receive. You feel what I'm saying? This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. We need to get back to a living, colorful world so that we can get the flavor back. I'm tired of eating flavorless foods. I'm tired of going where everything is just colorless. It's a crime to be colorful. People look at you crazy when you got different colors on. Let's go back to TLC and them. Y'all see how they used to dress all colorful and shit? Man, I miss them times. I miss back in the 90s where color was everywhere because we lived in a vibrant time. And that's what I want us to get us back to. And how everybody was able to be so vibrant because they had a healthy dose of fucking. They didn't care about stupid shit. They wasn't focused on fear. They wasn't focused on greed, lust, and lack, and poverty. A lot of those people that lived in the 90s in the colorful world, we grew up impoverished. But at the same time, we had a healthy dose of fucking to the point we made the best out of what we had. And that's what made the world colorful. And we need to get back to colorful. Embrace all of your color. Everybody is welcomed in my world. white, black, green, olive. I don't give a fuck. Purple, yellow, oompa loompa, orange, whatever color you are welcomed in my world. I love you regardless. I'm not finna let media turn me against a white brother or sister, a Mexican brother or sister, a Haitian brother or sister. You feel what I'm saying? An Italian brother or sister. I'm not finna let social media make me hate myself. I'm not finna let social media pump me up into thinking that I gotta sit here and gorge myself with a whole bunch of foods every day, all day to feel alive. I'm not finna let social media make me overindulge in gluttony. Make me feel like I gotta, we gotta change the way that we think, what we think success is. That's what Spirit been telling me lately. Change your definition of success. What is success to you? We have attached materials and money to success. And even successful people are telling you that's not successful. Because a lot of successful, confirmation. A lot of successful people don't even want the fame or the attention. They might want the money, but they don't want the attention or the drama or the negativity that comes with the fame, right? And so this is why when I saw that video of the thug telling the children that everybody need to be famous, that's not true. What he was doing was planting negative seeds in our children and making them literally want to go and hurt themselves to think that they got to be famous. And what you're going to do is you're going to make them hate themselves even more. It's like putting your children in pageants, right? It's like I used to hate back in the day when people used to tell me I need to put my daughter in a beauty pageant. And I used to be like, why do I need to put my daughter in a beauty pageant when she already knows she's beautiful? She doesn't need to go and be on somebody's stage to be picked, to be won, to get a sash for somebody to tell her she's fucking beautiful. When I could get up every day and tell her she's beautiful. And I did just that. I got up every day and I made my life, my daughter's life, a pageant. I got up and I made sure she had on cute clothes, made sure she had hairstyles out of this world, made sure she dressed different, made sure before she hit the school bus, before I even let her hand go, hey mama, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're stunning, you're amazing, you're powerful. I spoke life into her. I didn't want her to feel like she had to go and get on somebody's fucking stage or somebody's platform to be told she was beautiful or that she was amazing or she was smart. I didn't want to fill my daughter up with those false realities. So I told her the truth through my mouth because I created her, not the world. So at the end of the day, I didn't want her to go out and feel like she had to be validated by the world, although social media still pumped those seeds in her and made her feel like she had to go and be included by the world, unfortunately. But I, as a mother, did my best to my ability to let her know before she even left, you're an amazing person. So when people say you need to put her in a beauty pageant, no, fuck you and your beauty pageant. Because what if my daughter doesn't get picked? Now she gonna go home feeling sad, feeling less than, feeling like she lost out, feeling like she wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want that for her. And let's be real, that's what social media is doing to us all right now. We're scrolling, and we're over censored. We're seeing all of these people on social media look like they're winning, look like they living the best life, look like they not struggling, look like they can go and eat anything they want to eat. And some of y'all ain't even got food in refrigerators, i.e. me. You feel what I'm saying? Some of y'all can't even afford water, but then you got people out here that won't even drink water. You got people out here, you can't even afford to go get a donut, one donut, but you got people out here who buying boxes of donuts and eating one bite and throwing them shits away. At the end of the day, and it's making you envious. It's making you greedy, making you angry, making you send evil eye, making you jealous, making you feel like you're not good enough, making you feel less than of a person. But it's not that you are less than of a person. It's what you are watching. It's what you are consuming on your medias. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Your media is making you feel less than of a human being. It's robbing you of the color in your world. It's robbing you of your mental sanity. It is robbing you of your good health. And that is success. Success does not lie in a piece of fucking paper. Success does not lie in views. Success does not lie in 2,000-3,000 jobs. You got people out here literally slaving themselves, working 4 or 5 jobs, thinking that that's going to bring them success. And that's not the fucking truth. You got people out here who are slaving themselves on social media, posting every day, and it's still not making you happy. You got people out here with millions of views and still unhappy. You got people who are on the screen and still unhappy. You got people who have done a bunch of movies and still are unhappy. You got people who are on stages and they are still unhappy because that is not success. Success is in you. So you need to change the way you looking at success. Stop thinking, and a lot of y'all on my live thinking you better than the next because you got 2 jobs. You thinking you better than the next because you drive a Nissan Altima. You thinking you better than the next because you got an Audi. You thinking you better than the next because you living in a new foam house. You think you better than the fucking, you're not better than nobody because none of that shit will make you happy. You cannot buy happiness. You can live in a fucking mansion and you still can be the most miserable motherfucker in the world. Look at who running our country. He living in the White House and he's still miserable and he's going out of his way to rob little people like us, we the people of our color, instilling fear in you, wanting you scared, wanting you shaking, wanting you trembling, wanting you scared to eat vegetables because he feeling like everything got E. coli, everything is poisonous, everything gonna kill you, everything. It is designed to rob you of the color that you are born with. You are colorful being. The chakras, the 7 chakras represent the colors of the rainbow. Get back to being colorful. Wear your colors proudly. Purples, greens, blues, yellows, oranges. Operate in color. It's cool to be white and beige sometimes. It's cool to wear black sometimes, but add you a pop of color. You feel what I'm saying? And watch your vibrancy go up. A lot of y'all are too dull, boring, and bland for me. A lot of y'all don't even laugh no more. You type on your phone LOL and you ain't even cracked a fucking smile. When the last time have you truly laughed? Did you know that laughing is healing to your body? Sleep is healing to your body. You being robbed of your sleep. That's what helps you be vibrant. You can't be vibrant if you're tired. You can't be vibrant if you're full of, you bogged down with a bunch of junk in your body. You feel me? Like they say, the itis. Y'all remember on Boondocks when they had that restaurant itis, when it called the itis, when Pop had went in business with these folks because of his food. They was like, Pop, your food so good, it gives people itis. But really, it's nothing wrong with eating soul food. There's nothing wrong with having you a good, hearty, healthy meal. But at some point, you have to eat light too, so that you can balance your body out. Because if your body just eat heavy, then what you're doing is you're filling your body up with toxins. This is why the church folk say fast. But it's not about being religious. That's a spiritual thing. We are all spiritual beings. And we need to get back to learning how to flush the body out and not feeling like we got to go and buy a bunch of detoxes or spend a whole bunch of money on all this shit that they pumping you up on social media. Oh, get this viral detox. It'll save your life. Buy this, buy that product and all that bullshit. Well, you don't need none of that. Sometimes you just need to go without a whole bunch of heavy foods a day or 2, drink you some water, eat you some fruit and vegetables, flush yourself out, and then go back to eating your little soul food or whatever, your little meats or whatever you're going to eat, and then do it again and keep doing that and balance your body. That's just like eating your sweets. Okay, boom, today I might eat me a bunch of cake. Tomorrow I ain't finna go do that because I know I ate a bunch today. I'm watching these people on these videos eating piles and piles of meat. Your body cannot break down all of that meat in one fucking day. You're gorging yourself. You're eating big ass bowls of soup and big ass bowls of cereals and soups and rices and French fries and pastas. And ain't nothing wrong with portion. You should eat it in moderation. And this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Your phones are causing you to overindulge. It's making you to want to overeat sweets. It's making you to want to overspend. It's making you to want to be over lazy. It's making you to want to be over insecure, overly depressed, overly sad. It's making you do everything but fucking live. It's making you do everything but say, you know what? Fuck it. When the last time have you detoxed from your phone, put your phone down and just said, you know what, I'm not going to touch it for 30 minutes. For 30 minutes, I'm going to be in complete silence. A lot of y'all are so afraid. We have literally have a fear of FOMO. We have FOMO. We have a bad case of FOMO, a fear of missing out. I'm scared to put my phone down for 30 minutes because what? I might miss some shit. No, you're not going to miss nothing. You're going to miss you because now you've been on your phone every day for the last 2 to 3 years. You haven't even looked up at yourself. Now, when you finally look at yourself in the mirror, you hate who you see. You feel like you're overweight. You got wrinkles. Your hair gray. You done aged fast as hell. How many of y'all have looked at yourselves in the mirror and realized you have aged entirely too fast? Some of y'all are my age, 40 years old, and you looking like you're 55. That's because of you're overindulging in everything. You're overindulging in sadness, overindulging in overthinking. You're overindulging in media. You're overindulging in politics. You're overindulging in sweets. You're overindulging in salt. You're overindulging in everything but yourselves. And this is why they said Jesus is coming back. Because Jesus is in you. Yeshua, Yahusha, Yahweh, whatever y'all want to call it. When you get through with it all, it taps back into your pineal gland, your Christ consciousness. You need to decalcify your Christ conscious brain. Wake up your sleeping mind because your mind is Jesus. This is why nobody knows the color of Jesus. Whatever color your brain is. Because consciousness has no color. It has no gender. It is inside of you. It is non-binary. Non-binary means it's not male or female. It is both. So at the end of the day, when you sit back and you fight over what color Jesus is, when you fight back who ruled the world, whites or blacks, you are wasting your precious, colorful energy trying to prove stupidity. I hope I'm making sense, y'all. I know I'm all over the place, and some of y'all brain probably like, and that's the point. I want to crack it open because it's been sleep. I need to knock you down like Humpty Dumpty. You need to stop thinking you're better than the next person because you live in a better house. You need to stop thinking that you are better than somebody else because you make $15 at Mercedes-Benz. Bitch, you ain't no better than me. You ain't no better than me. So at the end of the day, take your nose out the air, take it out and put it back there in your ass and smell that shit that you've been trying to make everybody else smell, because a lot of y'all have become too high and mighty. And this is why right now the universe is humbling us all, bringing us all back to earth, because a lot of us have gotten so far away from earth that we out of space. We out in space. Y'all out here focused on NASA to the point y'all done floated out. Them people that said that they done went on this spaceship, this fake ass spaceship, and went out to NASA, ain't went nowhere. They literally faking you out, got you online. Oh my God, they went on the spaceship. They're on the rocket ship. Them niggas is in a fake. You remember how back in the day when we was kids and we would play house, play mama and daddy, and we would pretend, and we would build us a little tree house and all this stuff. They doing the same shit but on the screen. And they are fooling you to think, that make you think they done went out to the moon. Them folks ain't went nowhere. They ain't went nowhere but in the damn fake spaceship. On a screen. Put on some suits. Faked gravity. Did all that shit to make you think that they went and did something you couldn't do. When the whole time they ain't did shit but use their imagination. And they robbing you of your imagination. Because you too busy watching them that you done lost sight of your imagination. And your imagination is what builds the world. Your humor is what builds the world. This is why they wanted you to sleep. This is why they wanted to rob you blind, especially as black people, because they knew the blacker the berry, baby, the sweeter the juice. And that's the truth. Baby, they knew we was going to channel this shit. They knew we was going to wake up. It took me back to the Mayans. Feel me? The Mayan calendar. You know, I remember going to California and they had a temple up in there where you can go in and you can view certain things that the Mayans had, you know, from back in the day. And a lot of that shit made sense. And a lot of people been trying to figure out, well, why does the Mayan calendar end, why did it end in a certain time? That's because they knew that we were going to wake up from the time frame of slumber that they had put us under. So everybody's so worried about the world ending. The world is ending. The old colorless world is ending because they have literally robbed you of your color slowly but surely. That's why we are We craving the 90s. We craving the 80s. We craving the 70s. We want to go back in time because that was when we were beginning to go under sleep. That's when they were beginning to put you under that slumber and robbing you of your in living color. So now we've been living since the 90s in a colorless fucking world. The 2000s been just colorless. We don't even laugh no more. We don't commune anymore. We don't embrace each other anymore. We don't even want to hug each other anymore. We don't even want to actually help each other anymore. We don't want to be family anymore. 20th century has been dead. We have been robbed blind of our fucking life source, our light source. And that was done on purpose. For the last 20, 30 years, you have been walking dead. And now that that shit has ended. Now the cage is open. We so sleep. We sitting in the cage scared to walk out and the door fucking open. We sitting back worried about what Trump gonna do. What orange character, he ain't even orange no more. He lost his color. Have y'all not noticed? He aging faster and faster and faster. So is the people who robbing you are aging faster and faster and faster. And the more you feed life into them, the more attention you pay to them, the more faster you age, the fatter you get, the sleeper you get, the crazier you get. So you got to stop tapping into nonsense and say, fuck it. I'm not paying that shit no mind no more. I'm not watching all this stupid ass politics shit. Yeah, you need to stay in tune with what's going on in your world. But at the same time, don't get over consumed by it. Don't get swallowed up by it. Because this politics shit, let's be real, it's making us sad. It's making us sick. We know that this man has gotten in his chair and robbed us of all the shit that we loved. And he did that purposely. But it's our power to gain that back. It's our power to bring that shit back. It's our power to take our own paintbrush and paint the color back into our own worlds. Whatever you seeking in that weed, in that liquor bottle, whatever that shit is that you drink, that triggers you in your mind to make you activate something, right? That's just like when you smoke, right? You start thinking. What is it? It's some type of something in that makes you that makes you do that. And you have that power to do that natural high within yourself. And this is why they went out of their way to rob you of it. They don't want you. They want you bogged down, lazy, drunk, high out of this world. That's why they have taken the natural herbs that used to help you tap into that euphoric energy within yourselves, right? That natural euphoria. They have robbed you of that. So now they make you feel like you got to take a gummy. You got to drink a Tennessee whiskey. That's why they made it at the bottom of the bottle, baby. You got to, drunk so many bottles to the point where you done lost yourself. Whatever it is in that bottle, that spirit that you drunk, you have the power to activate that without a substance. You have the power to activate that euphoria without an herb. You have that power. It's naturally in your DNA. But that's the thing. The more you overindulge in the 7 deadly sins, it blocks that. Okay? So you got to get back to balance. You got to rebalance your nervous system. You got to get back to color. Start wearing color, more color. Put more color in your houses. You feel me? Make your houses colorful. Color, paint, draw, create. Get back to dancing. Because let's be real. We ain't got shit else to do but go to work and come back home. And that's what they have designed you for. They want everybody to be focused on money, money, money. They want everybody to be focused on work, work, work. They want everybody to be focused on being rich, rich, rich. To the point where you have forgotten how to create. You have forgotten how to cook. They want you to make these cakes. I remember back in the day, we used to make a cake out of 2-3 ingredients, and that shit be the best cake you ever had. Now they making cake, and that shit tastes like cardboard because you have lost your flavor. Everybody you think you can go and make a box cake and sell it for $1,000 now. Everything got to be viral now. Now they selling chocolate chip cookies for $2,000 because it went viral on TikTok. Now you can't even afford a chocolate chip cookie. So it's forcing you to go back home and make chocolate chip cookies for $2 now because this shit has gotten outrageous. Now you can't even put on a drop of lotion online without everybody saying, where you get that lotion from? Now the lotion $50 a bottle. Back in the day, it used to be $2 a bottle. You can't even do your hair with conditioner now without conditioner being $20 a bottle. Everything has to be overpriced now because you feel like you got to get rich quick because now we got to try to supply this high-ass lifestyle that we have created. And I blame social media and us because this is why sometimes gatekeeping is kind of good. You know, they're just like me saying, oh, this water magical. But then I get online and say, oh, y'all, this magical water right here, everybody need to get this water. This water right here is going to save your life. It's going to da-da-da-da-da. And then boom, now everybody want this glass, this water. Now I got to sell it for $2,000 a glass. I done raised the bar so high that now everybody think that they got to sell everything overpriced. And this is where we have went wrong. Social media has made you feel like that your crafts have got to be overpriced. Oh, this ring right here. Oh, this ring is worth $2,000. And it's so magical that it's only a few of them, and everybody in the world must have one. So now everybody in the world trying to sell this ring for $2,000 when it only 50 fucking cents. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I blame us. We can't even make something simple now without feeling like we got to go and try to get rich off of it overnight. Oh, get rich quick. Black folks I made this bonnet right here. Now I got to go sell the bonnet for $35. Why? When the fuck did a piece of fabric that I recycled out of my closet got to be overpriced? What happened to reasonable prices? And we wondering why we're living in a world where the prices keep inching up, because we keep inching up the prices over shit that shouldn't even cost that much. You get what I'm saying? It's okay to get your money's worth, but the true value is getting it out there. You get what I'm saying? It's not about the money. And this is where our success has went down the drain. We're not successful because we overdoing shit. We overindulging, we overpricing, we overthinking, and everything is oversaturated. Everybody want to jump on the same bandwagon. Oh, okay, you sell wigs, then that must be where the money is. So everybody got to sell wigs. Now the wigs are sky high. Can't nobody even afford a fucking wig. I remember back in the day, we used to go in the store and get a wig for $20. Now you go in the store and they selling you a half a wig for $2,000. That's ridiculous. And then the hair ain't even real. You can't even put heat to it or it's going to melt and shrivel up. They're giving you bad quality for quality prices and giving you less product, but the price keep going up. They're robbing you every chance we get. And so we as a people got to stop pumping this media up, because we got to look at it. We made this shit smart. We made these phones smart. Without giving these phones our identity, these phones would still be dummies. Now the world is a bunch of dummies with a whole bunch of phones. Okay? So we got to get back to reality. We got to get back to going outside and actually applying ourselves. Like, whatever happened to you going outside and playing volleyball? Whatever happened to you going outside and playing kickball or blowing bubbles or doing the simple things in life? Whatever happened to you just going to a barbecue? Whatever happened to you just sitting down talking to you, playing spades and doing the simple things in life that they tried to rob you of when they threw COVID out? When they threw COVID out, that's when the division started. The separation, the segregation started. That was their way of separating and segregating you again. And it worked. And so now we think we're too good to go sit next to folk. We think we're too good to go out to, a gathering. We think we're too good to go and, go out, sit outside on the porch and not gossip about people. We think we're too good to just go and sit out on the porch and get the sun. We too scared to go get the fucking sun. But then at one point when they were talking about robbing you of your son, now everybody was scared. But then you scared to go out and get the sun when it's free. We scared to show love. You feel what I'm saying? Because, well, we've been robbed of that too. We think we got to We got to be paid to show love. Oh, well, we scared to even hit the heart button because, well, I don't want her to get rich off my love, my heart. We think everything. No, just because you hit the heart don't pay me. No, they're just showing me, you hyping me up. You letting me know that I'm speaking life into you. That's like when you go to church and you in the pool in the pew and you telling the preacher, amen. That's like a heart. Back in the day, the heart was raising your hand and saying, amen, sister. Amen, brother. But now we feel like we got to be paid to raise our fucking hand. But everything does not need to come with $1. That's not success. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. We need to change the way we look at success. Success is where you are right now. Some of y'all prayed for where you are right now. A lot of us prayed for where we are right now. And I can remember when I stayed in my old apartment full of mold. I had raccoons in the walls. I was waking up choking in the middle of the night because it was so much black mold in my apartment. My daughter had bronchitis real bad that she had to get her damn tonsils taken out. That she was snoring so bad that she was sounding like a damn truck. I had to get her tonsils taken out. She dealt with allergies. We dealt with allergies really, really bad. We dealt with pests really, really bad. We were struggling really, really bad. And I prayed and I begged and I asked God to get me in a new place. I said, God, please get me in a new place. Please at least get me out of this place. But then when God got me out of that place and put me in the place that I begged for, now I'm in that place. Now I'm asking for something more. And see, this is where we're going wrong as a people. We get what we ask for, but then once we get what we ask for, we start asking for more. And we forget to be grateful for where we came from. And see, this is what's robbing you of your color. You asking for more, more, more. And you're forgetting to be satisfied with what you have. Because you could be where you used to be. It could be worse. You could still be driving that old raggedy ass car running hot. You could still be working at that dead end ass job where that boss didn't appreciate you, robbing you blind of your money. But you asked God for a better job. God gave you a better job. Now you at that job and you complaining about that job. God got you out that old raggedy ass molded apartment, put you in a better apartment, but you might be dealing with a little plumbing issue up in there, but it ain't as bad as it was down on the bottom. But now you in the top and you still complaining about that. But not once have you stopped and said, thank you for where you got me. Not once have you said, thank you for getting me away from them shitty ass friends. You complaining because God gave you peace because you by yourself. But guess what? You could be still around a bunch of bummy ass people that don't even give a fuck about you. You could be, you sad because you ain't in a relationship with somebody. You know what I'm saying? I ain't violating, talking about some violation warning. You mad because God got you out of, you know what I'm saying, that bummy ass relationship. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Why are you complaining because you by yourself? You by yourself because you needed to fall in love with yourself. You by yourself because you needed to get to know yourself. Because you could still be with that narcissist who robbing you blind of everything, who trying to take your car, who trying to take your house, who trying to take you, who taking your looks away from you, who jealous of you, who want to be you. But instead, you by yourself at peace, getting rest, getting sleep, getting to eat by yourself. You getting to take care of nobody but you mad about that. You jealous about that. Because you too busy comparing your life to somebody else online who trying to get paid off of your views. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Okay? Let me read some of these comments. God bless you and thank you for your testimony. You're welcome, Miss Portia. Yeah, I like TikTok because y'all know how to engage. What you said, Judy, over here on Facebook. Judy said, I do. LOL. Thank you, Judy. Thank you for those. You see, in Facebook, y'all be some haters. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all will sit back and watch a whole damn live, won't even hit a button, won't even hit the share button, and wonder why I be blocking half of you. Wonder why I ain't got but 200 friends on Facebook. I'm cool with that. You feel me? And then Facebook got to the point where they starting to suppress your views because they don't want you to tell nothing real. See, Facebook used to be the place where you could speak real and get the messages out there. Now they got to the point where they trying to suppress your views because they want to make you slaves to their media just like everybody else. But see, black people, that's another thing. Black people are getting tired of being suppressed. We're getting tired of our words being blocked. We're getting tired of our videos and stuff being blocked on purpose because y'all mad because we putting the truth out there. So black people, we have to build our own platforms. And of course, they're going to hate us out. They always do. It wouldn't be the devil if it didn't. But at the end of the day, I was watching this video the other day where this guy was like, go follow his platform. And, I went and downloaded the app, and I went and downloaded two apps actually. One of them is Spark and the other one is Spill. And both of them are diverse. I love it. And you get to get on there and express yourself. You know what I'm saying? And because a lot of the stuff about the media, like with the people in what are people that's been without power? Everybody been talking about it lately. But anyway, they've been without power and nobody was talking about it. And so now that it's starting to go on the, go around on the media, people are starting to hear about it. Now it's getting out there. But these platforms that we're on, because they're being so controlled, they're suppressing certain news, especially black news. They don't want it to get out there. So we're having to migrate. It's just like going in these old prejudiced, segregated ass restaurants. Like back in the day where, down here in the South, City Cafe, Wrights, all these restaurants, right? Black people was not welcomed in these places unless you was willing to be a cook hid in the back. And black people could not get served out the front. They had to get served out the back door, right? And so that's basically where we are on these media sites. They're trying to serve us out the back door. They don't want us to eat in the front no more. You get what I'm saying? And we need to be okay with getting the fuck on and stop patronizing where we are unwelcome, because these people will spit in your food. They will literally do all kind of disgusting things just to keep you sick. You feel what I'm saying? Because you don't get it. You don't get when your time is up, when you're welcome, when you're not welcome. And we have to realize when we're not welcome and stop trying to force ourselves to be welcomed where we are unwelcome, and go where we are and build our own shit, create our own shit. Because let's be real, if it wasn't for us and our color, this shit would not be popular. I can remember back in the day when these platforms were shunned. People didn't want to be on Facebook. People didn't want to be on TikTok. People didn't want to be on Instagram. Now people heard about getting paid on them. Now everybody want to be on them. And now they want to control you with them. But what if we say, fuck it. I don't want to be on your shit. Fuck your view. Fuck your money. Fuck you. I'm finna go where I feel most alive and build over here. Then guess what? They lose revenue. And then they're going to have to go out of their way to pull you back, just like they did. So just like we built these platforms, we can go and build our own shit somewhere else. We don't have to be accepted on this bullshit. So they can keep calling and saying, oh, she violating. I could keep getting violations. I don't give a fuck because y'all don't pay me shit on these platforms. No way. I don't have nothing to lose. As long as I still got me. And you can't blacklist me in real life. You might can blacklist me on these platforms. You might can suppress my views and likes and all of that shit. But you can't suppress me. That's real sovereignty. That's success. And when you claim back your fucking freedom, then what they gonna do? When you go and rebuild real restaurants with real food, real seasoning, real flavor, and reasonable prices with cleanliness and soul, then all this dead shit that we've been patronizing will die. And we don't have to go out and do food reviews and be talking about, oh, is this, and testing the food, because you will know it's good because you have went and built it yourself with love and true dedication. But we too busy pumping up the wrong shit that we don't know how to pump up the right shit. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I love you too, whether you love me. And I hope I was able to wake you up. I hope I was able to bring you back to In Living Color. Some of y'all need to go back and laugh. Because a lot of your comedians have went out of their way to make fun and light of the darkness that's been surrounding us. And that's what makes an amazing comedian. People, our young comedians like DC Young Fly now, All of them are getting so serious now because guess what? We have gotten so serious. We're robbing the comedians of their color. And guess what? We need to bring that back. We need to raise these people back up because guess what? They helped us through so much anxiety, so much stress, so much depression. And I know what it feels like because even I myself can be very comedic. And let's be real, people of color, we funny as hell. We definitely funny as hell. White people too, y'all some funny ass creatures. Mexicans, anybody can be funny if they want to be. But I know for a fact that I was born to be silly. But I've noticed that I've been losing my silliness. I don't want to laugh no more. I don't want to dance no more. I don't want to be goofy anymore. I could be goofy as hell. But I've found myself being so serious lately. And that's because every time I scroll on this sad ass media, it makes me not want to laugh. It makes me not want to be colorful. It makes me want to give up. It makes me just say, fuck it. And that's not what God wants from us. God wants us to live in a colorful world, eating colorful foods, being colorful human beings. We are not robots. Stop acting like it. Get back to enjoying the simple things in life. I can remember back in the day, we used to go to the Dollar Tree with $10. And I remember, how many of y'all, if you're from the South, remember the Dollar Tree in the McFarland, in the University Mall? Even in the McFarland Mall. But in the University Mall, I used to love to go in the Dollar Tree because when I walked in, it was so colorful. It was so much to choose from. It was so much to just go and embrace. And you could go in there with $10 and come out of there with snacks, toys. It could be the simplest shit, but it brightened your world. Now we're going in the Dollar Tree and it's become the 5 and below. Or the 10, it ain't even 5 and below no more. You $10 and up now. And look around, even in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We're slowly losing everything. We done lost the McFarland Mall. It's gone. McFarland Mall used to have everything in it. The food court was the bomb. The stores was the bomb. The game, the arcade was the bomb. Now they done bombed it. It's gone. It's gone. They demolished it. It's gone. Now we left with the University Mall, and the University Mall is over there leaking. We got probably 3 stores in there. The University Mall used to be another amazing mall to go to. But now it's going out of business. People can't even afford to keep the businesses open in the mall. It's so expensive. So now they done shut down a lot of the stores in the mall. Now we about to lose the University Mall. And only thing we left with is Midtown. And I don't know about y'all, but Midtown is boring as Midtown is so colorless, so bland. It's not meant for us. And then not to mention the prices are so sky high that even the rich can't even afford the shit. And I don't get up out of my bed and say, oh, I want to go to Midtown Village because there ain't nothing over there. I won't. Shit. Ain't nothing over there that's calling me. Everything over there is colorless. The restaurants ain't good. You got maybe 1 or 2 that is. The stores that they throwing up over there, who the hell want to shop in them boring ass stores? We can't even afford that shit. They boring and they sky high. And then when we go in there, people got their nose turned up at us because they looking at us like, what y'all doing over here? Because they done shut down our malls. We can't afford regular stores no more. We don't even have regular stores to shop in no more. So now we got to come over here to these sky high, boring ass, bland, black and white stores with no color. Then I got to come over here with all these nasty ass fake restaurants and the food ain't even good. Got all these high ass menus and they got 3 things on the menu and all that shit nasty. I can remember back in the day we was going to the mall and you remember the cookie stand? The cookies used to actually be good. You could smell the cookies before you hit the dough. But now When you go in the mall, you smell the cookies, but it ain't because the cookies are good. It's because they actually have something that I heard now that they burn or they put in there to make you smell the cookies, but then the cookies don't taste the way they smell because they ain't even got life in them no more. Everything's so factory ran. Ain't nothing made with love no more. What happened to the color, bro? It's like SpongeBob when Mr. Krabs sold the recipe to Plankton. We got Plankton running the country. And now everybody eating goop that's being squeezed out of the machine. Doop. Your burgers ain't nothing but goops. Whatever happened to you actually making real patties? What happened to real cows, real beef, real chicken? Now you're eating goop. And you wonder why you're sick. So this is why they recalling all your foods, all your healthy foods, because they realizing now that people are starting to wake back up and get back healthy again. People want to heal themselves again. People are waking up and want to know the truth. People are they expecting, reality again. So now they running desperate. They're going out of their way to keep you asleep. So now they got to try to keep you bogged down and fogged up. Keep your brain, keep the veil over your eyes. Keep you choosing less than what you deserve. Keep you choosing and settling for crumbs. We're going to throw them a crumb and see if it keep them baited in. They'll never go live their life. They'll never be happy. So that you can't manifest. Because everything you need is already in you. All you got to do is think it. If you think something long and strong enough, you can create it. You can manifest it to yourself. Your mind is a powerful thing. It's been days I done woke up and said, God, I remember one day I was like, God, I want one of them. I want this. I think it was something purple I wanted. And literally went to the store, and everywhere I went, it was multiple purple things that I was looking for because I thought it. So at the end of the day, this is why they fucking with your mind. Because as long as I can control their mind and they don't control their own mind, then we can plant whatever we want to plant in it. Your mind is the garden. So if they keep planting bad seeds in your mind, you're going to keep spewing out bad harvest, bad soil, bad fruit. I want to get back to eating real fruit again. I'm tired of eating all this fake ass fruit. What the real farmers at? What the real gardeners at? What the real nourishment at? This man have fired everybody that checks your food. They approving all the wrong shit and disapproving all the right shit. That's how you know Plankton running the country. So when are we going to fire his ass? We should have fired him yesterday. He should have been fired the day he got in there. We have the power to fire this mother sucker. But we sit back scared on social media trying to get views talking about everything he doing wrong. But what are we going to do right about it? Besides sit down and talk about it. And sit back and get scared and depressed about it. What are we going to do? Sit back judging it. It's just like you sitting in court about to go to jail for 20 years and you got a damn public defender sitting up there helping you go to jail. At some point, you got to wake up and realize that public defender ain't no real damn lawyer, and it's their job to help your ass go to jail and choose a plea bargain. That really ain't no plea. They tricking you to serve the time that the judge was going to give you anyway. And that's really where we are with this so-called president. He tricking you. He like a damn public defender. He has broken all of your laws of the land. And you don't even live by the laws of your land no more because you too busy living in gluttony. You too busy living in envy. Envy is one of the 7 deadliest sins. So when you get your ass on social media and you be envious of your sister and brother, you are committing one of the 7 deadliest sins. Whether you greedy or not, whether you lustful or not, no sin is greater than the other. You are committing a sin. Anytime you look at somebody and you look down upon them, that's a sin. Know your words so you know thyself. Get to know who you are again. Stop worrying about Tom, Dick, and Harry and who's going to fall in love with you, and fall back in love with yourself so that you can fall back in love with the world again. Because your world is not bad. We have become bad to the world. We have become toxic to the world. You think Mother Earth want a bunch of fake frauds living on her? No, she can't be fake and fraud. Because if Mother Earth was fake and fraud, then we wouldn't have a real world to live on. So who the fuck are we to be walking around being fake and fraud all day? Who are we? We don't even know. Because we too busy looking on social media, want to be the next person. Hating our own selves, that's a sin. You comparing yourself to the next person instead of just simply saying, I was born to be the way I was meant to be, who I am, and I need to embrace that. Skinny, fat, black, white, whoever the fuck you were born to be, whoever you are right now is who you're supposed to be, and you need to be grateful for that. If you ain't got no big booty, okay, embrace your little flat booty. You ain't got no big titties, all right, embrace them little nubs on your chest, all right? Be grateful for who you are. Stop trying to compare yourself to these folks who've been enhanced, who living behind filters after filters after filters and on AI. And then when you see their ass in real life, they don't look nothing like they pretended to be. And you've been out here losing your life, losing your mind, trying to become these folks who hide behind filters in AI to the point you hate yourself. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. We need to get back to living in color. Go back to the show In Living Color. Everybody on there was different colors, different sizes. Everybody had their own walk of life. Everybody was funny in their own different way, their own unique way. And we need to get back to being unique individuals. That's why everybody looked the same, because we're not unique anymore. We've lost our uniqueness. We've lost our euphoria. And the new world, the old world is dying. It's dead. It's time for us to revive it back and become vibrant again. Okay? The door is now open. Meeting adjourned. I love y'all. Peace and love. Facebook. But I'm gonna holler at my TikTokers over here, because TikTok they be engaging. I love y'all. Peace and love, Facebook. Stay focused. TikTokers, I'm gonna read y'all comments because I know y'all been talking to me. But Facebook be on that bull crap. Says, I am new. I believe you. I relate to all what you've been saying, and I'm glad that I found your video chat. Thank you, Miss Portia, if you're still on here, because I know I've been talking for a minute. Yeah, they tried to say I was promoting violence. Baby, I've been looking for you for 2 days. I'm sorry, Auntie B. I had to get some rest. And look, I was creating. I had to go and create. I had some projects I had got caught up in, Auntie B. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I had to put myself first. I had to get some rest. Yes, I had to get rid of all my dark lifeless clothes. Yes, because I'm telling you, they will rob you. They're selling everything, even their soul, online. Definitely. And it's got us doing it. You know what I'm saying? Us regular folk. And it's okay to be regular. You know what I'm saying? It is okay for us to be regular. Everybody's not meant to be famous. Everybody's not meant to be, you know what I'm saying, rich. We're already rich in spirit. And that's the thing. They're robbing you of your true riches by making you think that you got to go and have 1 million views. You got to go and be like the next person. you got to go and, fake it till you make it. No, you got to go and embrace your life, the one you were born to have. That's success. That's real. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of all this fake shit. I am. That's okay. I'll see you Wednesday. All right, Auntie B. Auntie B said, I'll see you Wednesday. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, y'all, because I sure said I was coming back. But also, I did say Friday I was coming back. But then I had started making a project, and I told y'all to finish y'all project. So I had to finish my project. And then Saturday came, and I realized how beautiful Saturday was. And then I was like, you know what? Let me let them just enjoy their beautiful Saturday. Because some of them probably want to go outside and enjoy that day. They don't want to be on live watching my little nappy head self. So I basically was giving y'all a day, a break from me preaching. So I apologize, but I'm making up for it today. Okay. So with that being said, go and enjoy the rest of your Sunday and live in color. Okay. I hope this message helped y'all and delivered y'all and gave you some clarity and helped you be human again. Okay. Go fish you something good to eat because you deserve it. And pat yourself on the damn back. Stay focused, stay beautiful, stay handsome, and stay amazing. She said, I am always missing you, Queen. I'm so sorry, Miss Dahlia. Listen, I'm going to go. Well, first of all, go and follow my YouTube channel. Okay. It's the same name as my TikTok channel, The Spiritual Secret Shopper. Okay. Go and follow that YouTube channel. I got some on my face, y'all. Wearing me out. I washed my face, but anyway, go and follow that YouTube channel because I did post that last live that you jumped in on the last minute. I did post that on my YouTube channel. And I'm going to go download this live and I'm going to post that one too so that you can catch up because, baby, you ain't missed nothing. Savor going to keep you informed. Don't worry about it, okay? We got you, boo. Okay? We got you. But yeah, it's about being in living color, mama. So go and watch that last live, the last two lives, because you missed them. Okay? But don't worry about it. I posted it on my YouTube, not TikTok. And I'm finna go and download this one and I'm gonna post that one too. So you can catch it because baby, it was a good one. I promise you, this one was a good one. Baby. And I'm finna title that one. A good healthy dosage of fuck it. Because that's what we all need, a healthy dosage of fuck it. Okay? So go watch and live in color too. So because you need a good laugh. I know you do. I know I do too. But yeah, I got you, boo. But anyway, y'all stay focused, stay amazing, and stay you. All right? Unapologetically. And give yourself a break from these damn phones. All right? We are not slaves to these devices anymore. All right? Peace and love, y'all.